you're looking to establish a long-term relationship with a girl that you've been seeing, you need to be aware of her investment levels and her relationship timeline, if you like. Otherwise, she'll pull away before you even get to the commitment stage. I want to talk a little bit about the concept of starting a relationship with a woman. I've been in 5 loving, solid relationships, and they were really beautiful in my eyes. I don't go out with a girl unless, in my eyes, she's an 8 out of 10 in every sense. So how does it go from a level of non-investment to a level of being exclusive? Being able to transition in that process is like an art, if you like. There's an art form involved, and I'm going to here talk about the concepts about what makes it easier for you to do so and some of the common mistakes that men make which end up crushing her commitment to you. So the first thing is rushing the process, okay? Trying to force a commitment and really like pushing her into doing so. You haven't been seeing her for that long, and all of a sudden you're a bit over-invested in the whole idea, and it's kind of, you're trying to lock her down a bit too early in the relationship. That's a strange, insecure, needy thing to be doing, and she's going to be wondering why you're pressing for relationships so hard. So pressuring for exclusivity early on, or for example, pressuring her to move in with you, that's a bit overwhelming. You don't really want to push that onto a girl in the early stages. Let the relationship naturally flow at the beginning and see where it goes, and let her put more investment into you and after the initial stages. The second thing is you're over-communicating. So you're literally bombarding her with calls and texts. It's the worst thing you could do. Like, stop over-bombarding this girl with messages. Give her time and space to respond to you. Make sure it's a bit more of a 50-50 communication tool at the beginning. So you're putting out some messages, then sometimes she's initiating. Don't always be the one that's initiating conversation with her. The third thing is a level of insecurity and neediness. Now, if you're showing any insecurity and neediness, she's really going to be massively put off by this. So kind of constantly seeking assurance or reassurance about how she's feeling. Like, you really want to know how she's feeling the whole time. It doesn't matter how she's feeling. In your opinion, she should be feeling strongly towards you the whole time because you're such an excellent guy. So don't be trying to find out how she's feeling about you all the time. How are you feeling now, babe? What stage do you think we're at? Don't ask these questions. That's what a woman's supposed to ask. That's feminine energy. That's not masculine energy. Appearing not to have a level of abundance and lacking the ability to walk away is going to make you look insecure and needy. You need to be able to show a girl that you can walk away at any point in the relationship if you are not served the things that you value. Okay? So there's an importance of understanding the long-term process. And women are very clever at this. They use this to evaluate partners. So these are the key elements that women actually evaluate over time. These are very important. So the first one is trust building. They need to see consistency in a man's behavior. They want to see that you're consistent. They want to see that you're a solid guy. And it takes a while for a woman to actually trust a guy. So examples are like keeping promises, being reliable, you show up when she needs you. You also show up on time to dates. You're not like late all the time. You're not sticking to your word. These things are such terrible things to do. When you say you're going to see her, you're free next week on Wednesday, and you're like, oh, actually, babe, I'm not free on the Wednesday. She's going to get really pissed off with those little nuances, okay? So be solid and be a man of your word. Okay. The second thing is a level of emotional stability. Now, this is huge. When you're a masculine guy, you need to demonstrate emotional stability. Demonstrating calmness and rationality in any sort of stressful situation. That's what makes you really masculine. The importance of being a source of support for her rather than adding to her drama. When a woman says to you, one of my ex-girlfriends once said to me, "You are my rock." That's exactly what you want your woman to be saying to you. The third thing is a reaction under pressure. So how do men handle challenges and conflicts is extremely important. She will observe your behavior as to how you handle challenges, conflicts, and difficult times. If you're cool, calm, and collected like James Bond, guess what? She's going to know that she can rely on you. So responding maturely to disagreements and maintaining composure in a crisis situation is the absolute key. What do you like in a crisis? What do you like in a difficult situation? Do you crumble and crawl, or are you strong and solid and make good, rational, masculine decisions that will protect both you and her? The fourth thing she's going to look for is your decision-making abilities. Okay, so women look for men who can make sound, solid decisions that protect and benefit the relationship and benefit the people around him. So she'll be very weary about your decision-making abilities. Also, when you make financial decisions, your kind of budgeting, your planning, your investment, your balancing of work and personal life. These are all really important things in terms of decision-making abilities. The little things I remember someone once said to me, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So if you're careful about your investments, how you make your money, and budgeting for trips and not overspending and then going broke, these are things that she's going to admire about you because you're well structured and you're well planned. Let me give you some strategies for success. The first one, and these are 3 real pillars, is patience and persistence. Okay, so allowing the relationship to grow naturally, not forcing it too hard, being there for her without being overwhelming and messaging her all the time. Be there for her when she calls you, when she's upset, you're always there to listen to her and to take on any of her emotional difficulties. The second thing is always focus on personal growth. I always talk about this. Continuously improve yourself in the dating phase. She will be more attracted to a guy that's continually improving how he looks, how he speaks, and how he moves. That's what you should be doing as a man, constantly improving your life. Now, pursue hobbies, advance your career, maintain a healthy lifestyle, all of the above come in hand into focusing on your personal growth. And that's what I represent. That's what I've been about. All I've been about, and my friends know this since I was 16 years old, all about personal growth and consistent personal growth. The third thing is communicate clearly, okay? Clear communication is very important because when you discuss long-term goals and expectations without too much pressure, there's a real importance of kind of transparency and honesty, right? So actually, with a girl that I'm gonna see this weekend, we're gonna do this thing, which is like 100 questions before you consider getting engaged. Now, forget the engaged and the marriage part, but it should be like 100 questions before you consider getting into a long-term relationship. So we're gonna go through these 100 questions in a bit of a fun way because it's gonna touch on a lot of cool emotional topics as well. And that's really a good way of planning and communicating each other's values. Can you see the importance of doing that kind of task? So when is really the right time to lock her down? This is a very difficult question to answer because you've all got a kind of case-by-case relationship for this. The best time to lock her down is when you feel like she's very emotionally invested into you and you've been seeing each other for, timeline-wise, it's got to at least be a few weeks / a few months. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're working each other out and you're trying to figure out whether you should be together or not. Be slow, be patient, keep working on yourself and see what kind of her emotional investment is. When she starts asking you questions about where are we, what are we doing with this, and I like you, and she drops that. If she drops the love bomb and the big L word, and you really like her, very soon after that would be the right time to be making your relationship formal and to be saying, I would like you to be my girlfriend at that point. Okay, so knowing when to lock her down is key, but make sure that her interest level and her emotional attachment to you and her emotional investment is very high, at least 80 to 90% out of 100 at that point. If she's still at 50% emotional investment, you definitely don't try and lock her down because she's not going to be interested in being in a serious long-term relationship with you. So the nature of relationship development, let's talk about, I kind of want to wrap this up now. It's different to sort of building a friendship in the sense that you are, in a friendship, you're trying to build a level of trust. I understand that. But in a relationship, you're trying to really get her emotional levels up and up and up. You're going up the ladder to make her more emotionally invested in you the whole time. And you do that by stacking situations, stacking good dates on top of each other and going for beautiful romantic walks and just showing her that you are the man. You don't have to just do everything for her all the time. Just show her that you are the man. And then she will get more and more emotionally invested in you because she will realize that this can be my rock. You know how important it is for a woman to feel like you are her rock, okay? It does take time to build trust. Do not rush this process. The importance of a gradual progression. No woman ever wants to feel like she's rushed into a relationship. My relationships have taken, or the best ones have certainly taken months to develop into flourishing relationships. So emphasize that rushing a relationship will definitely disrupt the natural bonding and let her know that. And then she'll realize that you're in no rush, you're not insecure, you're not needy, and you've got time. If it looks like you're trying to lock a woman down straight away, you will appear to be low value and you'll look like you have no other options. Okay, you'll be like, oh, I'm desperate to get in a relationship. Within a few weeks, he asked me if I want to be in a relationship. That's weird, dude. Just back off. Don't be too hasty. It will literally look like you're low value and you've got no other options. You just want a girlfriend for the sake of it. She wants to know that you're with her because you have picked her out of all the other women that you've got, and she is the best option. The solution really is keep your options open and focus on your mission as a man. If you keep your mission focused and you focus on your purpose, nothing else matters. You won't be too fixated on her. You'll see that she'll naturally come to you because you're so indifferent and you're really focused at being the best possible man, which is the absolute most important aspect of what I preach on this channel. Being the best possible man you can, you will see that she will come to you and gravitate towards you naturally because you are her best option by far.